A very good afternoon, all of you. You all welcome in in-house training program in the campus of GS Public School, and today's topic is art integration across curriculum. And our resource person, our Ashish sir, is a PGT, and in this session we will listen from different things. What are the importance of art integration into the school, colleges? So, it was not longer ago that art education in the school was thought to be a luxury, and art classes were cut from the curriculum to make room for more time to prepare the standardized test. Currently, there is a more and more information available that shows how crucial art integration is to create well-rounded, well-prepared learners and leaders. Articles that titles such as teachers are using theatre and dance to teach maths, and it's working, and art-based education will power the creative economy. So today we also learn and understand about why art integration is so important. Working in the art have learned to develop creative problem solving skills. Teaching through the art can present difficult concepts visually, making them more easy to understand. And the third point, we will say, art instructions help children with the development of motor skills, language skills, social skills, decision making, risk taking, and innovatives. Visual art teaching learner about color, layout, perspective, and balance, all the techniques that are necessary in the presentation, visual, digital, or academic work. Integration art with the disciplines research student who might not otherwise be engaged in classroom. Art experiences puts critical thinking, teaching a student to make the time to be more careful and through how they absorb the world. The art provides challenges for learners at all levels. Art education connects students with their own culture as well as with the wide world. A report by American for the Art states that young people who participate regularly in the art 3 hours a day or 3 days each week through the full year are 4 times more likely to be recognized for academic achievement, to participate recognized for academic in math and science fair, or to win an award writing essay or poem than children who not participate. And also there is a study of Missouri Public School in 2010 found that greater art education lead to fewer disciplinaries imperfections and higher attendance graduation rate of the test scores. Yes, obviously art integrated teaching across the curriculum, we can say it is a very helpful to the student, and they will learn on their method, and whatever the thought and the creation in their mind, they will do it, and for that it will be longer learning process for the student, and also they can understand all these things. In last some days before, we have seen that one of the students has make a art project through which he has described the Roman number. We have learned and think that the Roman number he has made by the matchsticks and for that I think he will be longer learner about in compared to the whatever book and copy he has learned. So that we need to add art integration our studies also. So I would like to listen from our Ashish sir, who is a resource person. So I would like to call him and put a big round of applause for him, and he will say what are the significance and importance of the art integration. Thank you.
Thank you, Neeraj sir. Today, my topic is art integration across curriculum. First, we have to know what is art integration. It is a technique nowadays being used by each and every institutions of education to promote their children to develop and grow them intellectuality and prosperity of their brain. So, first we should know what is AIL. Its abbreviation is like Art Integrated Learning. It is a teaching learning model which is based on learning through the arts and with the arts. It is a process where art becomes the medium of teaching learning, a key to understanding concepts within any subject of the curriculum. I mean to say that while teaching in our classes, we should adopt such a technique, such a method that are truly practical, that can be related to the life of the children, and through them, children should learn and develop their skills. So being a teacher, we need to learn and we need to flourish the technique to the students to have them all-round development in their life. Our Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore pioneered this idea of AIM. He has laid emphasis on this concept. He told us that the relationship between arts and learning is very much important for the life of the children. Children are naturally curious and engaged in play with objects and respond to music, rhythm, and colors. From infancy, they delight in the interplay of light, sound, movement, shadow, shape, and color. Visual and tactile experiences such as exploring cereals or pulses in the kitchen, sculpting in sand, painting with fingers, scribbling with charcoals, playing with props like sticks, brooms, playing horse on Babaji's stick or Ghar Ghar help, children develop holistically. I mean to say, from the childhood, we can see that the children are indulged in various types of activities, playing with sand, playing with wooden sticks, playing with many other things that are present in their surroundings. And from each activity, they are learning step by step. So why not we should adopt such a technique that children enjoy and learn simultaneously. Being a teacher, we need to focus on those methods through which children, without getting bored, they can learn from their environment. Going further, when we talk about children in their childhood, they form sets such as squares, lines, circles with sticks, or pebbles, leading to us mathematical concepts. For young children, a scribbling and stacking are first representations of their inner realities that emerge as detailed and imaginative stories if given a chance to describe their artworks. Being parents, sometimes we deliver inspirational stories to our children from the surroundings, from the folk heroes, from the patriotic leaders, and you might have observed that the children are very much interested listening to your stories, your inspirational leaders. So, these are the methods through which we can make them good in their thinking. As children grow, their drawings and sculptures begin to reflect their observations of the world. Nurturing artistic sensitivity and creative responses need to be the universal thrust of elementary education. Using art to connect to the immediate environment brings out diverse perspectives in reaching the learning processes by enabling students to observe, explore, think, and learn without constraints. It is in this process that children engage with emotions and creativity on a cognitive level to integrate and simplify complex learning experiences. From these lines, I want to say that our school or any educational institute should adopt different methods in their assembly so that the children can easily catch those knowledge. Talking about our school, in each and every day from the assembly, we try to teach them through various activities, and we all are aware of that. Sometimes we make projects regarding road safety. Sometimes we make projects regarding Roman numbers. Sometimes we make projects about the time. And children are enjoying very much on those performances, and they are learning also. So, being a teacher, being a part of any educational institutions, we need to learn those methods also. So, my next slide is why integrate art in our curriculum. As you can see, art integration makes learning joyful. It also helps visualization, a shift from rote methods. It connects with the world outside. It also develops multidisciplinary links, and it develops art-based inquiry. It inculcates respect for culture and heritage. While summing all these points, I want to say that it is a very necessary part that we should integrate art in our learning, in our day-to-day curriculum. During the art integrated classes, learners can express what they have learned in various topics. Integrating arts into the subject brings not only joy but also makes the learners active, which eventually leads to the development of 21st century skills. Creativity and innovation. When talking about creativity and innovation, it is very much necessary for the development of the children. This is a process that compels children to think creatively and have these skills come more naturally in real life or in the future workplace. Teaching, learning materials, lesson plans, school excellence, skills, all these are the tools and techniques that we use in our art integrated curriculum. Discussing further, I want to say about the various advantages of art integrated classrooms. First advantage is deeper understanding and longer retention. Learners who participate in art integrated class demonstrate longer retention and articulate deeper meaning in the concepts taught in the classes. जब कभी हम अपने क्लास में अपने बच्चों को एक्टिविटी के माध्यम से कुछ सिखाने की कोशिश करते हैं तो अक्सर देखा गया है कि बच्चे उसे बहुत लगन से, बहुत ही इंटरेस्ट के साथ सीखते हैं और वो सीखी हुई बातें वो लंबे समय तक याद भी रखते हैं। तो क्यों ना हम ऐसे मेथड्स को अप्लाई करें जिससे बच्चे रुचि भी लें और उन्हें ज्ञान भी मिले। हमारी ये पूरी विषय, हमारा ये पूरा सब्जेक्ट इसी पर आधारित है। आगे बात करें तो इससे कई और फायदे हैं आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन से, like it provides authentic and personally meaningful learning. When the learners are involved in art integrated projects, they tend to become personal to the learners, making it more respectful, creative, and meaningful work. It also builds cooperation, collaboration, and confidence. Art integration, it builds an environment of cooperation among students, feeling among the students that together we can make a change, together we can learn, and it promotes the working in a team. Moving further, it creates self-awareness. We are talking about the advantages of art integration. So, my point is, art integration creates self-awareness. How? The arts integrated lessons create a room for self-expression and self-awareness. Learners get a chance to imagine, create, and move while taking lessons. Next advantage is it creates a sense of ownership. During the art integrated classes, learners can express what they have learned in various subjects through different art forms. Whether it is theater, role play, or studying a painting or writing a poem. Art integrations truly give students a sense of ownership of their work and love for what they have created. So, from this slide, we have learned about why art integration is necessary. Moving further, my next slide is about NCF, National Curriculum Framework. Our NCERT has also supported this concept of art integration technique because in a research we have found that it is developing a good result among the students. The National Seminar on Art Integrated Learning was held in December 2012 by DEA NCERT with an objective to provide a platform to AIL practitioners, that is teachers and teacher educators, to share their classroom experiences, case studies, and the impact of art integrated learning on the lives of children and practitioners both, and to provide a platform for educational leaders from TITs and SCRTs to meet AI practitioners face to face with a clear focus on advocacy of AIL for its scaling up in different regions of the country. NCERT ने हर वो तरह से हर कदम उठाए हैं जिससे हमारे देश के अलग अलग विद्यालयों में हमारे छोटे छोटे बच्चों को जो प्री प्राइमरी स्टेज में पढ़ाई करते हैं उनके लिए तरह तरह की एक्टिविटीज के द्वारा उन्हें ज्ञान दिया जा सके और इसकी बाकायदा ट्रेनिंग की होती है हमारे शिक्षकों को, ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शिक्षक इसकी ट्रेनिंग लेकर बच्चों को शिक्षित कर सके थ्रू आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन. Moving further, presentations of the seminar started with the keynote address by Professor Krishna Kumar, the former director of NCERT and an eminent educationist, wherein he emphasized on the importance of arts for the holistic development of students. Other than the keynote address, there were 14 presentations in all by the AIL practitioners. There was an exhibition cum display of teachers and students' work, which included students' portfolio, teachers' diary, artwork created by children, etc. There was an open house session for questions answered by the presenters. So, NCERT from their side, they have not left any stones unturned regarding this subject. NCERT ने हर वो प्रयास किया जिससे आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन को विद्यालय के पाठ्यक्रम में जोड़कर बच्चों के विकास में उसका योगदान बढ़ाया जा सके. आज वर्तमान स्थिति की बात करें तो हमारे पास इंफॉर्मेशन कम्युनिकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से हमारे पास कई तरह के विजुअल्स, ऑडियो और भी तरह तरह के टेक्नोलॉजी हमारे पास मौजूद है. उन सभी तकनीकों का इस्तेमाल करके हम बच्चों को इस तरह की शिक्षा देने का प्रयास कर सकते हैं. परंपरागत जो शिक्षा प्रणाली है उससे थोड़ा सा अलग हटकर अगर हम अपनी इच्छा शक्ति से प्रयास करें तो परिणाम बेहतर आता है. ये कई रिसर्च शो कर चुके हैं. इसीलिए शिक्षक होने के नाते हम सभी को आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन के द्वारा दूसरे सब्जेक्ट जैसे कि साइंस, मैथ्स, हिंदी, इंग्लिश, जो ऐसे सब्जेक्ट्स हैं जिसे शायद हम कल्पना नहीं कर सकते कि आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन से हम पढ़ा सकते हैं, आज वर्तमान में उन विषयों पर भी आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन से पढ़ाई होती है. Next slide. So, before imparting art education to the children, we need to plan. Resource planning. What is resource planning? Those commodities which are very much helpful in art integration are called resource. Proper planning of resources adds a novelty to the art integrated experience. Regular research and extensive groundwork by the teacher helps them to create a rich repository of resources which include regional, local resources. The resources should be easy to use and convenient to procure as their easy availability will ensure increased frequency of research. The teachers should be aware of the content available online and its appropriate application. While selecting the resources, especially the physical ones, one should be confident of the fact that there is flexibility in the choice of resources. So, moving to resource planning, there are different types of resources, like material resources. While planning and selecting material and equipment for AI activities, one can practice thumb rule of following 5 points. Resources should be economical. Mean to say कि हमारे पास वो साधन जिससे हम बच्चों को पढ़ाने जा रहे हैं, हम बच्चों को शिक्षा देने जा रहे हैं, वो हमारे बजट में आनी चाहिए। ऐसे भी साधन जो अफोर्डेबल ही नहीं है, तो फिर वो एजुकेशन वेरी कॉस्टली हो जाएगा, और जब अफोर्डेबल नहीं रहेगा, जब संस्था के लिए अफोर्डेबल नहीं है, तो बच्चों को फिर हम शिक्षित नहीं कर पाएंगे। तो हमें ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा कि रिसोर्स ऐसा चुनना है जो इकोनॉमिकल, और हमारे रिसोर्स की बात करें तो वो इन्वायरमेंट फ्रेंडली भी होना चाहिए। ऐसा रिसोर्स जो हमारे आसपास के वातावरण से जो बच्चे हर दिन जिससे रूबरू होते हैं, उन सब चीजों को सेलेक्ट करके हम बच्चों को उस आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन के माध्यम से जोड़ सकते हैं। एंड द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज द रिसोर्सेज शुड बी रीयूजेबल, इट शुड बी इनोवेटिव, it should be locally available. Art integrated learning is making a great achievement if we follow these methods. Art integrated learning at upper primary level is more beneficial if done with a collective teaching learning manner. Teaming among subject teachers, including art teachers, will lead to a seamless transition from one subject to another and to better comprehension among children. Research supports the claims that this practice has helped teachers gain. Now talking about few examples of material resource. Material resource के कुछ प्रकार के बारे में और कुछ उदाहरण के बारे में हम समझेंगे, जैसे कि ओल्ड मैगजीन्स एंड न्यूज़पेपर्स। हम जानते हैं कि जब अखबार और कई मैगजीन जब हम पढ़ लेते हैं तो पुराने हमारे लिए कुछ समय के लिए व्यर्थ हो जाते हैं, तो उन सभी चीज़ों का इस्तेमाल करके भी हम अलग अलग एक्टिविटी के द्वारा बच्चों को आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन से जोड़ सकते हैं। एंड द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज ओल्ड एंड न्यू नोटबुक्स एंड यूज्ड पैकेजिंग मटेरियल्स, ओल्ड क्लॉथ्स, socks and many other clothes that we wear day to day that we are not using now, but we can use it for material resource. Next is clay strings, threads, beads, ribbons, bangles, fish leaves, butters, coconut shells, pebbles, bark, feathers, sand, bamboos, broomsticks, and many more in counting. हम मेटीरियल रिसोर्स की जब बात करते हैं तो हमारे आसपास चीजों की कोई कमी नहीं है जिसका इस्तेमाल करके हम बच्चों को प्रेरणा दे सकते हैं, बच्चों को शिक्षित कर सकते हैं और बच्चों को हम मोटिवेट कर सकते हैं कि बच्चे आप वातावरण का ध्यान रखते हुए, वातावरण की चीजों का इस्तेमाल करते हुए आप कैसे अपने लर्निंग को बढ़ा सकते हैं। And next slide is we should learn a stage wise how to implement in various kinds of students. So the main focus is pre-primary students. Pre-primary students, as we all know, the children that are studying in nursery, LKG, UKG, and they are very much innocent and in the nascent stage that they do not know that we are here for learning anything. They just want to play. They just want to be happy in their life because they are totally unaware of bad and good things. So, being a teacher, we need to care them more. So, talking about pre-primary stage, at this stage, children are both highly decisive and energetic. Creative activities such as drawing, painting, clay work, music are both appealing and engaging for your young children. At this stage, all education should be through the arts. The objective of children's participation in visual and performing arts is to make learning joyful and engaging. Encourage children to be aware of their environment through keen observation and unhindered exploration. Promote sensitivity towards their environment. So the next slide is primary stage. Art education at this stage needs to link with subjects such that it becomes a tool of teaching learning concepts. Art can play an effective role in strengthening the child's curiosity, imagination, and sense of wonder. They should have a positive impact on the skills related to intellectual, socio-emotional, motor language, and overall literacy. Talking about the objectives of AIL at primary level are to help children in various aspects like experience joy and eagerness to learn to live in an inclusive environment, be aware of interdisciplinary connections, enhance observation, curiosity, exploration, and creative and free expression. जब बच्चे थोड़े बड़े हो जाते हैं, जैसे कि 1 to 5 के बच्चे जो होते हैं, उनके अंदर थोड़ी बहुत समझदारी आती है और फिर जब हम कभी उनसे कुछ अच्छी बातें करते हैं तो वो रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं। तो यही वक्त है जब हम बच्चों में उत्सुकता, खोज और नई चीजों के प्रति जो इनोवेटिव आइडियाज है वो उनके दिमाग में, उनके मस्तिष्क में हम डाल सकते हैं। तो प्राइमरी स्टेज ये बहुत जरूरी स्टेज है जहां पर बच्चे ग्रो करते हैं फिजिकली एज वेल एज मेंटली। और हम शिक्षकों को ये ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि बच्चों को इस तरह से हम डेवलप कर सकते हैं। Talking further, it explore and understand body movement and coordination. It develop expressive communication and critical thinking skills, foster an inquisitive attitude towards learning and knowledge, understand and regulate their emotions, create awareness of rich heritage and cultural diversity. So, at primary stage, we need to focus in such a way that those children are ready for the next stage, that is our upper primary. Next slide, please. Upper primary. During this stage, children are ready to comprehend more complex interconnections between concepts and the environment. AIL can allow children to build on simple concepts as well as relate them with academic content meaningfully. Children also enhance the skill to work in groups and explore ideas together. The objectives of AIL at the upper primary level are to help children explore multiple perspectives of concepts, construct knowledge of themes, subjects, and concepts, and be aware of the interdisciplinary connections. Develop a pluralistic approach and appreciate different possibilities. Promote teamwork and mutual appreciation. So, through this, we need to focus on the upper primary students, that is class 7, 8, 9, 10, and those students are very much sensitive to each and everything surrounding them. If you integrate their subjects with the art, they have more interest in learning. So, through the art integration, we can teach them various subjects like biology, that is blood circulation. While teaching blood circulation, we can manage the things in such a way that we can make a model of heart, we can make a model of arteries and veins, and through them we can teach them how oxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood travel throughout the body. So, it is not a very big problem to inculcate those methods in the traditional teaching in the upper primary stage. So, at the slide, you can see that we have integrated arts with the concepts of mathematics, with the concepts of science, with the concepts of social science, with the concepts of EVS and languages also. Through drama, we can exhibit the various stories of languages. हम कई बच्चों को एक साथ ग्रुप में कैरेक्टर बनाकर कि आप इस कैरेक्टर को लीड कर रहे हैं, दूसरा सेकंड कैरेक्टर को लीड कर रहा है, और हम कई तरह के स्टोरीज को कन्वर्सेशन के माध्यम से बच्चों में आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन का तकनीक इस्तेमाल करके बच्चों को ज्ञान दे सकते हैं। और देखा गया है कि बच्चे इन सभी तरीकों को बहुत अच्छे से एंजॉय कर रहे हैं और बोर हुए बिना चीजों को समझ रहे हैं। So, further, I would like to talk about the methods and techniques used in art integrated learning. You can see in the slide that there are various methods being used for the art integration learning, and the first method is brainstorming. What is brainstorming? First, it is a practical exercise to stimulate creativity in a group and is a very useful training technique. The aim of brainstorming is to collect as many ideas as possible on a specific topic within a given time in an uninhibited way. Once you have presented the topic to the group, invite them to present the ideas, comments, phrases, words connected to the topic. The process of brainstorming demands discipline in order to overcome the temptation of pass judgment on ideas as soon as they are revealed. And the next is icebreakers. Icebreakers. This is an activity that is conducted for building a favorable environment for joyful learning. These activities are useful for initiating art-based experiences with easy as they help in creating interactive atmosphere in the classroom. Icebreakers should be flexible in nature and should be designed and used as per need. You can see in the slide that the children, they are drawing, they are making paintings, and they are developing this habit through the various colors that are being used from the environment. So, from these activities, the children are very much facilitated by the environment. And the next method is group activity. It's a very popular method, as we know that working in a group has always been a very fruitful. So, in this method, it is a very common method which can be combined with other methods in any activity. Discussions in small groups are useful for learning from the experiences of other members of the group. Group work helps in overcoming hesitation, enhancing life skills, and helps in socio-emotional development of every learner. There are a number of ways of making groups, but it is best if the teacher keeps changing the method of dividing students into groups so as to maintain their level of interest. जब हम समूह की बात करते हैं तो जानते हैं कि समूह जब एक साथ मिलकर काम करता है तो फिर परिणाम बेहतर होता है और समूह में काम करने से हमारे अंदर लीडरशिप क्वालिटी भी डेवलप होती है, हमारे अंदर आत्मविश्वास डेवलप होता है। और इन सभी चीजों को समझते हुए हमें इस मेथड का इस्तेमाल करना है अपने स्टूडेंट्स के लिए जो इन तरह के मेथड से अपना ज्ञान बढ़ा पाए। मूविंग फर्दर, presentation. What is presentation? It is a method in which effectively we use both the teacher and the taught. Taught means students. Teachers can use this method to impart information, knowledge or ideas to the learners. This technique is quite effective in a situation where a lot of information is required to be passed on a relatively short time. There are many types of presentations, ranging from simply speaking and PowerPoint presentations to more interactive presentations methods. In AIL activity plan, the presentations are suggested to be made by the students after completion of their group activity. This helps them share their observations, views, findings with all others. Teachers can make use of it effectively for peer teaching learning. Presentation teaches us the self-confidence. Presentation teaches us how to face the crowd. Presentation teaches us how to innovate your idea. So this is a very important method, and we must impart the students through which presentation can do a lot of good things for them. And the next method, role plays. Role play or simulation-based games imitate reality by assigning roles to the participants and giving them a situation to act out. Each person in a role play needs to have a clear idea of the role. She or he has been assigned and the objectives of the role play should be well defined. The aim of the role play is to make attitudes, situations, and experiences come to life in a dramatic and enjoyable way. In art integrated learning, it is utilized as process drama. ड्रामा, हम सभी लोग जानते हैं कि ड्रामा एक ऐसा तरीका है जिससे हम एक बार में कई बच्चों को इस एक्टिविटी में इन्वॉल्व कर सकते हैं और कई कैरेक्टर को देकर उन्हें सीखने का मौका प्रदान कर सकते हैं। तो हमें कई इवेंट्स पे अपने स्कूल में, अपने अलग अलग कार्यक्रमों में इस ड्रामा और इस नाटक के मेथड को भी अपनाना चाहिए। ड्रामा थिएटर, it involves storytelling, acting, body movements, sound, music, stage manipulation, set prop design, apparel design, sound and light design, and students can showcase a wide variety of subject understanding. Through drama, the students learn in various perspectives of the life. Moving to the next slide. Roles and responsibilities. There are many roles and responsibilities of different Heads. First, I would like to talk about head of school. And there are role of teacher, there are role of art teachers in these methods. So I would like to talk about head of school. The head of school has a crucial role in the implementation of this pedagogy. The school principal says how the national, state, and district policies can be unfolded in his or her school. The head of school will lead the planning, encourage implementation, and conduct follow-ups and hand-holding of his or her team. The head of school needs to hold a clear vision and develop the yearly goals and plan for the implementation of the school. Orient teachers and parents for their readiness and clarity about the concept. The head of school should be flexible with teachers and encourage them to participate in capacity development of AIL. He should acknowledge and appreciate the best practices of AIL in classrooms. So these are the roles of head of the school. Being a head of the school, you have a lot of responsibilities, you have a lot of that support that the teachers needed from your side. Talking further, head of the school should encourage flexible timetables for club, period, and team teaching. It should lead the process of creating the annual school calendar, which can be creatively used for AIL pedagogy. He should organize monthly meetings for better follow-up and hand-holding of teachers. He should do mapping and mobilization of community resources with the help of students and teachers. Now talking further, the role of a teacher. Role of a teacher it is also very important that teachers have a great role in the art integration technique. A successful AIL classroom is highly dependent on the teacher's efforts to integrate arts with the subject teaching. In an AIL classroom, a teacher is expected to play the role of a mentor, guide, and a facilitator of students who helps facilitate the learning process. The teacher will hold a clear vision and goals for his classroom in alignment with that of the school, state, and nation. The teachers should be flexible and cooperate with head of the school to implement the vision. The teachers should design AIL activities individually as well as with the team. He should keep experimenting and exploring diverse art forms, methods, and materials. And last but not the least, he should attend capacity building program for continuous professional growth. So, from this slide, you must have understand the role and responsibilities of the teacher. Talking further, many teachers, they do Bal Sabha, where students are invited in the meeting and various topics are discussed with the students, like their problems, like their issues, like their and many more things like ideas and we should acknowledge them if they are doing very well. So, organizing Bal Sabha in schools, it is a very good method that teachers should do. You can see in the slide that in the Bal Sabha, teachers are just guiding the students, and the students are delivering some thoughts, some ideas in front of all. So, being a good leader, we should be a good speaker. अगर आप अच्छा वक्ता बनना चाहते हैं तो आपको एक अच्छा श्रोता होना बहुत जरूरी है। इन सारी बातों को समझाते हुए हम बाल सभा में बच्चों को ये डिस्कस कर सकते हैं कि आप पहले हमारी बातों को, हमारे आइडियाज को, जो हम आपको इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं, आप उसे ध्यान से सुने और फिर उसे फॉलो अप करें। और इस तरह से हम टीचर बाल सभा के जरिए बच्चों में लीडरशिप क्वालिटी को बिल्ड कर सकते हैं। And the next slide is role of art teachers in AI. Art teachers, art teachers, they are mainly concerned with painting, drawing, clay making, sculpture making, but they have a great role in integrating those techniques with the academic subjects. So, talking about the role of art teachers, they act as facilitators. Art teachers must understand the use of AIL as a pedagogy of learning. They should be able to differentiate between arts as a subject and arts as a tool of teaching and learning different subjects. Art teachers, apart from teaching art education, should also participate in planning of AIL activities of different subjects and for the whole school. They must readily and happily be part of the team teaching. Art teacher जो कला के शिक्षक होते हैं, उन्हें कलात्मक ज्ञान अधिक होता है। वो जानते हैं कि किसी भी विषय को कला के जरिए कैसे प्रदर्शित किया जा सकता है और कैसे सिखाया जा सकता है। तो इस AIL टेक्निक में हमारे आर्ट टीचर का बहुत बड़ा योगदान रहता है कि वो अलग अलग विषयों को आर्ट इंटीग्रेशन से जोड़कर किस तरह से उस विषय को रुचिकर और ज़्यादा इंफॉर्मेटिव बनाया जा सके, इसका प्रयास उन्हें बाकी शिक्षकों के साथ स्कूल को, विद्यालय को ये योगदान देकर करना चाहिए। So moving to the next slide, we have come to the conclusion point that art integration has a great role in the overall development of our students. You can see that students can learn the arts as well as learn through the arts. So why should not we practice these methods in our day-to-day teaching? Being a teacher, we should learn these techniques to apply for the benefit of the students, and one day will come that the whole education system will change and will dedicate it to these technologies. And I assure you that students will learn more and more from this technique. Thank you everyone for listening to me. You must have gained about AI. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ashish sir. Ashish sir has today speak about the art integration across the curriculum. He has speak very clear and very strongly. Each and every point is a very remarkable, and I am especially listening very carefully, and I can adopt all these things. So he has also tell about that how art integrated learning after affect educational performance. A significant outcome of art integrated learning is better and improved educational performance of kids. Students learn quickly and develop skills that help them perform better. With art integration, students can understand complex concepts with relatives age, and they tend to remember them for a long time. Yes, definitely, if suppose that you are handling the class and you just say that I am going to start this topic, the student get sometimes boring. If you supposed to you start the topic with the art, suppose you try to give some types of project work, so you can see that all the students obeying you started obeying you a very effective way. They can listen each and every point of yours. If you give the homework, the other day you see the homework has been completed by the student. So we know that the student also want to learn by the art integrated thing. So we try to win things. It means that all will be win. I also want to whatever that we want to teach the student, and whatever the student grabs. So for that way we can improve our the teaching process. And also Ashish sir has told that in addition AIL have learner become more focused, and this in turn singing, dancing, drawing, etc. have in developing motor skills that can have a substantial impact on child performance. With improved motor skill, kid starts writing and reading better. They also get better at sport and other physical activities also. In addition, they acquire enhanced decision-making skills, which is an excellent quality to possess. Yes, definitely in our school campus, yes, public school campus, we always try to make them student learn by the art integrated. They can make their project. They come to with their art things, and we admire them because we know that it is the best learning process for the student. One of the student I have heard, and he has come with the project water harvesting. I never expect that a little child know about the water harvesting concept. He has built a very beautifully the project, and he described all those things related toward that. How we can say the water, how we utilize the waste or the harvest water in our daily life. For that, we can think that the student will learn all these things in little age and with the conceptual learning. And for that, they can learn a lot, a long time. So, art integrated learning offers several benefits to ensure learner have a better overall development. They can learn complex concepts efficiently and constantly perform better in exam and test also. It exposes to integrate learning at the early age learner can focus better, acquire enhanced motor skill, and have other positive outcomes that promote their mental and physical growth. And Ashish sir, very slowly and gradually he has spoke very strong point. For thereafter, art integrated learning is a practical approach toward learning teaching. It offers a richer and memorable learning experience to the student. Teachers have a significant role to play in the implementation of this learning technique. They should make it a part of their teaching methodology to bring the best of the student. So thank you Ashish sir, you have very wonderfully talked the topic art integration across curriculum. Thank you very much.